Hi everyone, it's Jillian. I know we haven't seen you in a while, so I just want to say Happy New Year and I hope everybody had an amazing holiday. We are back with our beauty series and I want to talk about something today that I know has been way high on my list, and that is how to pick up a tired complexion. So we're going to make this fast and furious. I don't have on my foundation or anything like that yet because I want to talk to you about, we're going to do something kind of to back color the complexion. So first I want to say that, we are definitely in the era of this glowing, healthy skin, but it doesn't matter how old you are. It's not about age. It's just about looking beautiful and vibrant for wherever you at. But we're all super, super busy these days. We don't get enough sleep. It could be hormonal issues. It could be medical issues. The list goes on and on of why maybe our skin isn't looking as vibrant as it should, even though maybe we're feeling okay, but the skin is not reflecting that. So I wanted to give you just a couple of things that can immediately lift your complexion. So first I want to back into skincare a little bit. I want to talk to you first and foremost, if your skin is looking dull, I really think the first thing you have to do is exfoliate that skin. So a lot of you know or don't know, I am now with Volition Beauty. I love them. I'm obsessed with their products. They are amazing. And they make this exfoliator. It's called Turmeric Brightening Polish. And first of all, you have to exfoliate the skin because what happens is you get this buildup of dead skin, right? And then it makes the skin look dry and patchy. So not all exfoliators are created equal. And what this one does is so amazing because it's very indulgent. It has things in it like sandalwood and olive oil, and of course the mother of all spices, turmeric. So what it's going to do is it's going to not only unveil this softer, more toned, more hydrated skin, it actually works on the brightness of the skin. So definitely if you're feeling dull, start with a great exfoliator. I would start with the turmeric. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Sorry, I'm wiggling it around. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. You can use it like twice a week in the shower. You just put it on a wet skin. It becomes like this milky emulsification. It's made with micro flushed walnut shells, and it's going to just lift off that dead skin, get rid of it, but then really tone, hydrate, condition, and brighten, 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 because that's what we want to do right now is we want to brighten the skin. So definitely exfoliate. That's the number one thing you can do for your skin. I have my notes here so I can keep on task. Then I want you to use a really good moisturizer. If your skin is looking dull, if it's not looking bright enough, maybe you need to up your moisture levels. So definitely make sure you're nice and hydrated because our goal is to keep that skin looking supple and fresh and even and vibrant. Okay, that's so, so, so important. So you exfoliated, you've hydrated, now what? So the thing about a tired complexion is that too much makeup on a tired complexion actually works against it. So if you use too much bronzer, if you use too much highlighter, if you use too much foundation, or especially too much blush, what it does is it actually can make the skin, it accentuates the skin's bluish or yellowish hues on how we look when our skin isn't acting its most healthy. And it also, when we're not feeling well, our lines tend to get a little bit deeper. They tend to get a little bit, our skin gets a little bit more, you see, it accentuates everything that is happening with the skin. So we want to be careful and not overdo it with the makeup to accentuate any issues that are going on. But what we do want to do is give you a beautiful backlit, even bright canvas. So I want to give you this trick, and it's going to seem absolutely crazy, but it works so well. And it's a trick that I used to do back in the day when I was working on a lot of editorial and I had to create a very no makeup look. I still do it now if I'm having a bad complexion day, but I want my skin to look really, really natural. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a vibrant, vibrant, vibrant cream blush. I mean the most vibrant you can find. If you don't have that, take a lipstick. So I'm going to show you with a lipstick because even in my arsenal, I was like, oh my God, I don't have a really vibrant cream blush, but everybody has a vibrant lipstick. So go bright. I have light skin, so I'm going to use kind of a pinky red. If you have a medium skin tone, I want you to go for a super, super, super bright, bright rose color. Or even a fuchsia. If you have a tanner skin tone, I want you to do a red coral or a fuchsia plum. And then if you have a really deep skin tone, you can do a bright plum or a really bright copper red. So stay within your color family. That's going to be very important. So this is how we're going to start to get the skin to look like it looks healthy from the back end forward rather than layering the products over. So I want to show you how we're going to do that. So this is going to get a little crazy, but I promise you it works. So this is, like I said, I don't have a bright cream blush, so I'm just going in for a lipstick. And I'm going to do a little bit here because this is where I want my skin to look flush. So you're going to blend it in. And again, don't worry that it's super, super, super bright. For a person, I forgot to open my cleaners. For a person who doesn't like a lot of blush, this actually ends up working out phenomenal. So, we're giving that a minute to set in. And because this is a lipstick, it's actually going to stand out a lot more vibrant on the skin because sometimes a cream blush can absorb into the skin. Okay. So this right here is where the skin can look very, very sallow or very green or just very off color when you don't feel good. So now that we've put that on there, we want to take a very lightweight foundation. You don't want to do anything too opaque because if you do something opaque, it's going to actually cover this too much and that's not what we want to do. So I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to take my foundation. Can we cut? I don't have my foundation. Sorry, I'll be right back. Okay, got my foundation. So, you want to take your lightweight foundation. And I want you to take, if you can, a flat top brush or even something maybe that has, you know, a little more stiffness and roundness to it. But not like a thin foundation brush. That won't work for this. So what we want to do then is I'm going to do two things. First of all, I'm going to add a little bit of Thankaha to this, Thankaha Radiant Bronzer. This is another one from Volition that I love because what it does is it just gives you this really golden, beautiful kind of sun-kissed look that you can have at different levels. It's loaded with antioxidants too, so it's really good and hydrating for the skin. But I love it because it has such a gold feeling to it, which is very warm, so it looks great on every complexion, and you can put on as much as you want. So what I want you to do is we're going to take our foundation. I'm just going to take about that much. And then I've got my Thankaha. Take a drop of that. I'm going to put it in there. It's kind of like my secret formula I do all the time anyway. Now, if you have too much on the brush, just you can put a little on your hand. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over. I'm going to show you this. And don't worry, because what happens is if you had a little too much on the foundation, you can just smear it in a little bit with the foundation. There we go. So now I know you could say to yourself, well, why aren't I just doing that on top of the skin with the blush? Because a lot of times what happens is when you put it on the surface of the skin over your foundation, for some reason, a lot of times it wears out. So by doing it under, and it doesn't look as natural as it could, by doing it under the foundation, what it looks like is that you just drank your 8 glasses of water, that your skin looks really healthy, that your skin, you know, doesn't look tired. It looks natural. It looks backlit. I'm not adding any illuminator to it because the Radiant Bronzer actually has in it this beautiful, just a soft luminosity. Because again, remember, like I said, I don't want you to overdo anything on a complexion that might be acting more tired than it is. All we want to do is make it look like you know, did a jog, got your 8 hours of sleep, ate all your veggies, that kind of thing. So now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I added a little foundation with a little bit of the liquid bronzer. The highlighter is actually built into it. And it's amazing because you see how quickly that the blush, or in my case, the lipstick that I put on, all of a sudden looks really soft. It just looks like skin. Perfect. So now nobody would accuse me of looking tired, even if I'm not tired. I did a very lightweight concealer also, but I really want to stick to the complexion today. There you go. Now this is so natural. So I'm going to just give it a minute to set in. Now if you have a really oily skin, I recommend doing, this is the Oil Control Mattifying Mist from Volition, and what that does is that kind of controls anywhere that you have shine. So you could do something like that just to keep the skin really fresh looking. It's very lightweight. Or if you have really dry skin, what you could do is you could just take a little bit of a very micro fine powder. I mean, the finest milled powder you can find. And I just want you to go a little bit, just a little bit, here and here. Because what I want to do is I want to keep this area looking very pretty, very vibrant, but very clean. But I want to keep the center not too shiny. So by putting the blush in the back or the lipstick in the back, you can see what it does to the skin is that it just makes it look very natural. And this will hold it through the course of the day. I've done this a few times. And again, usually healthy. You just look like you drank your 8 glasses of water, do what you needed to do. And if you feel the need to add more on top of it, you know, go right ahead. But I also think when you're not feeling 100% or your skin isn't looking 100%, it's better to keep the skin on the more natural side. Also, as an extra thing, kind of with the lipstick too, when you're not feeling or your skin isn't showing 100%, you don't want to go too crazy either way. You don't want to go super vibrant to a red or a bright pink or a fuchsia or a vamp color, because again, those colors show the sallowness or the green that can happen to a skin that doesn't feel well. Same when you go too beige. Now, normally I go with a much milkier beige color, but kind of to make my point, I did something that just had a little bit more of a tan color in it to keep it more neutral. So again, if your skin is not looking as vibrant or happy as you would like it to, or maybe your skin is just looking tired because maybe you're tired, or maybe it's just how it's looking for whatever reason it might be, make sure you start with a great exfoliator. Make sure you really hydrate the skin. Okay, that's so important. Then I want you to get a bright cream blush, or if you don't have one, take any old bright lipstick, a red, a fuchsia, a pink, an orange, whatever it is for your skin tone. Put it on like a clown. Don't be afraid. I promise you, don't be afraid. Blend it in a little bit. Give it a minute to dry. Take your foundation. Take a little bit of that liquid bronzer. We're going to put it on a flat top brush. Buff in everywhere and just set with a little bit of powder. So that will make your skin look so soft, so vibrant, so healthy, but it won't look like you're wearing makeup. I think that you will really like that tip because it's something very different. So I hope that you guys have an amazing new year. It was so good to see everybody again, and we will see you very soon. Bye.